listeners, for those viewers who may be new to your movement, to your sound, to your history, tell us your name and what you're about.
All right. What's poppin', people? This is your boy Donny Goines, and I'm a hip-hop artist coming out of New York City. If you have an internet connection, you may have heard of me. I'm like on a lot of blogs, websites, and that's pretty much where my career started at. Right now I'm expanding into like magazine, press, radio, things like that. So as time goes on, you should hear more about me. But basically, I'm a hip-hop artist from New York.
All right. Now, you mentioned blogs, and nowadays the future of blogs is that they're going to be the new A&Rs, where companies are actually investing in those bloggers because of their ability to gain an audience and introduce new concepts and ideas. What are your plans for blogging in particular? Because you're very active on a number of sites such as Baller Status and many others. What are your plans for that, and do you have a separate venture for that particular subset of your marketing and promotion?
It's funny you mention that. Actually, I think I should invest in that. It sounds like a very good, profitable thing to do. But with the blogs, I have my own blog. It's called The Suicide Blogger, and I basically update a lot of things that I do, with my music, career, things like that. And you can find that at donnygoines.blogspot.com. As far as like my other blog ventures, right now I have a weekly blog on ballerstatus.com, and it's titled Hustle Harder. And basically what it is, it's a blog for aspiring artists, and it gives them kind of advice. It gives them a lot of advice and things that I know and things that I've learned coming up myself. So I'm kind of a person that I'm very selfless, so I try to like really help a lot of people on the way up, and that's something that's like one of my most popular blogs. I have a new blog that came out. It's on Hip Hop Game, and it's basically documenting my debut album, which is titled Minute After Midnight. And what it is a video blog, and you'll follow me like in the studio, with my executive producer for the album, which is named Grease. If you're not familiar with him, you must be hiding under a rock. But that's one. And basically I have another blog on yoraps.com, which is a written version of the making of my album. Essentially, the blogs are really the backbone of my career. A lot of people, like I said before, they know me strictly from internet press. And the thing is that they are the future. The blogs, the websites, that's where you find the new up-and-coming artists, the new things. And it's not, the thing I like about blogs and not so much a lot of websites is that blogs are very like, how can I explain it? They have a multifaceted kind of fashion. They don't talk so much about music 24/7. They have a lot of things about politics, a lot of different kinds of entertainment realms and things about that. And the blogs are great. Like, I love them. Shout out to all my blogs out there. You know what it is. That's pretty much it.
Right. Now, what would the actual author Donald Goines say about your music?
I think he would like what I'm doing, because the truth is I tell a lot of stories based on reality. Like, a lot of my music is not fictional. And again, it's titled, just jump into a second, the name of my album is titled Minute After Midnight, and the name derives from the Cinderella story. And basically what essentially means is that, if you're familiar with the story, during the ball, it was all fantasy. Like, the pumpkin was magic, the gown was magic, it was all like fantasy. But what happens after midnight? All of it disappeared, and we was just left with that person. And basically, that's what my music represents. I speak for people like yourself that are watching this interview right now. People working a 9 to 5, people struggling everywhere, black, white, Hispanic. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, how old you are. And again, like I said, his stories, I've read a lot of his stories, and he tends to talk a lot about the struggles within the urban communities, and that's something I'm an advocate on. Anybody that listens to my music can tell you that firsthand, and I'm not afraid to express my emotions and feelings throughout these songs. And it's really autobiographical, a lot of my music. So, I think he would be honored, and really understand where I'm going. Like, I'm you know, I give you going back real quick. I actually reached out to his son before, or rather, his son reached out to me, and you know, he actually gave me his blessings. He was like, you know, I like what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a beautiful thing. You know, stay blessed and continue to do what you do. And like I said, for that kind of cosign to me meant a lot. You know, because that's his blood son, and you know, it's a beautiful thing. And I just think, like I said, I think he would really like what I'm doing, and I'm just getting started. Like, I'm not even going to begin to tell you what I'm going to do in the future, but I have a lot of plans with, you know, my neighborhoods, literacy, children. I have a lot of platforms I want to stand on as I get more, you know, influential.